Hi friends, how are ya? Let's do some skin prep and get ready. Oh my goodness, guess where I'm off to today? I keep being told 2 more baseball games. And then, oh, but we're adding in this one. Oh, but wait, we're adding in this one. Oh, but okay, one more. Oh no, but we're gonna do some extra. I mean, the last 8 games I was told, like 2 more games, so I'm off to baseball. And I do. I know. I feel like, as a mom, why do we always feel like we have to say this? But I do. Like, I love to watch my boy play. But some of these games he's being added to are varsity games. And he might not play at all. Which I get it, I get it. But it's just, by the time you arrange your schedule to like, what time do I need to leave? What time do I need to get there? Yes, and then you sit out there and it's windy, and the wind where we sit facing the we sit between home and first, and that's where the wind just constant. And so like all the dirt that they kick up. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this right here, one of these days, someone is going to say, hey, here's a lip stain. You should try it. You should, in fact, not try it. You should walk over to the closest trash receptacle and throw it away. Okay, do that. Because on the camera, I don't know that it quite shows the level of, it just looks like a bruise. It looks like a bruise. I put it on. I immediately saw the error of my ways and wiped it off. Got oil cleanser, like an oil, right? Let's break it down. No, it's even on like my fingers because I was like rubbing like a crazy person. So before I get into even my foundation, I gotta correct this because this is just on a scale of 1 to 10. It's not good. So anyway, that's your PSA for today. Now, if you're new here, hi friends. Hello. My name is Sherry, and I started my cosmetic journey behind a counter. And I did that for about 10 years. And then ended up being a massage therapist. Went that route for about 11 years. Then I was a stay-at-home mom. And a couple years, maybe 4 or 5 years into that, a friend was selling this mascara that, everything's linked, by the way, so don't you worry. All the names, all the colors, all the things. But a friend was selling this mascara on Facebook. And honestly, having worked in cosmetics for years, and she had as well, she'd worked for Clinique, and she's like, oh no, this is amazing, it's amazing. And I'm like, they don't sell it at Sephora, they don't sell it. Why am I'm putting a baseball hat on, so why did I just do that? Now I'm gonna have makeup all up. Okay, I'm gonna get a clean brush and wipe some of that off before I'm done here. But anyway, I bought it just to be supportive after she'd been selling for a couple of months. And I was like, oh, I better buy it because she's gonna think that I don't support her, and I want to support her in her journey. And I'll make one purchase and I'll be done. Cut to, I built a massive online business, sold the hell out of that mascara, and just started social selling on the internets. And here we are. Yeah. So anyway, but a few years ago, my skin decided to just do its own thing. It didn't ask me. I did not authorize it. And all of a sudden, nothing looked good on my skin. I mean, again, what is wrong with me? I need to put some tape on my forehead, okay, to stop myself. But you know, I've been doing my makeup for all these years. And everything was just fine. I could pretty much use just about anything. And then that changed to I can use just about nothing. My skin was super sensitive. Everything looked like absolute crap. My skin was dull. I had dry patches. My makeup would look patchy and heavy. And even if I tried to use a light hand, like it would still settle. I had huge pores on my nose that I'd never had before. Makeup would settle in my pores. And I'm like, what fresh hell is this? So I started, it's makeup on my forehead. I started researching and trying to figure it out because I'm like, okay, is this just what my future holds? Just aging? Let's jump into the bag of blush, shall we? So yeah, I just thought that I was just a goner. And fortunately, I was able to figure out my problem. And I've never been one to keep my mouth shut. So when I figure out my problem, then I want to help you in case you have the same problems, which I know many, many, many of you do, because there's nothing like we're all human. So we all have to deal with the same stuff. And mature women just have an extra load of bullshit that we have to apparently that we have to deal with. Just gonna blend around those edges. So anyway, I love this one. This is Glassy Pomelo, I think. Yes, from House Labs. Look how sheer that is. Isn't that pretty? I saw a makeup artist online talking about how what's the word they use for it? Anyway, I don't know. It's a fancy word and it sounded great. But saying how soft blush is coming back, because right now we peaked at the hot blush right up in your eyes. If you watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, I'm not saying the women weren't beautiful, but what is all that? What is all that? It looked like I just look like a costume. That's all I'm saying. By the way, Elf, get on my shelf. Okay? I have every color of these liquid shadows. This is my favorite. Extra Toasted is what it's called. It's my favorite, and it's taking everything in me not to use it today, but I want to just be a little different. And since I'm wearing my boring gray sweatshirt, I'm going to zhuzh up the eyes a little bit. This stuff, it's Liquid Velvet Eyeshadow is what it's called. This stuff I think it's $8 for a tube of this. It is spectacular. The formula, it's moussey. It dries down, doesn't crease or fade, so you can use it alone, use it underneath your other shadow. It's going to give a really great base to powder shadow, so it's going to help it blend a lot better. I love it for a one and done. Look, hi, I'm done. One and I'm done. It's great for one and done. Here we go. By the way, I don't edit these videos much, if at all. So if you're like, wow, it's taken her, a while, which it's not today, so you would be wrong, because today it's not. Some days it does. But by the time I would edit, this is Elf Brow Wow. Because why? Because wow. Because it does the job. It does the job. And then I save my money for other things that are more important to me. It's called balance. Yeah, other things like mahjong tiles. Oh my God, if you're not playing mahjong, I will show you how. I'm going to do Dummy's Guide to Mahjong. Okay, I have like a little gap right there. I'm going to fill that in. Anyways, I could go on and on about these liquid shadows. There is just enough I don't know what you want. I don't even know what the ingredient is in it, but there's just enough hydration. Like some liquid shadows can leave your eyelids feeling kind of dry. This does not. This does not. Remember, your brows are supposed to be sisters. They're not twins. Sometimes they're distant cousins, but they're not supposed to be twins. What's that little thing right there? Go away. Go away. Okay. Okay. Now, I like to use a little bit of, I got this new e.l.f. Look at that. It's like $11. I mean, now I still like my bougie, but okay, I want to show you guys this. BK Beauty makes fantastic brushes, okay? And I was looking for my brushes and I saw this one and I was like, nope, not it. Look how similar these two are. Can you see how similar? But different. The little one is the 211 brush. This is the 212 brush. Can you see the difference? And you might be thinking, like, what's the big whoop? Well, I'll tell you the whoop. So see how this is a lot more floppy. It's a lot more, it's floppier. So this is a great brush for just like a really light hand blend. I mean, that is, and I just do little tiny circles. That's such a good blend. Actually, friends, I don't even need, it just blended it out. So I don't even need any of this shadow. Sorry, goodbye. This guy is more substantial. He's for like color on, blending on the lid. I mean, you could use them both for, but I would say this fatter one, I would apply makeup with this. I would blend with this. You can apply and blend. You can apply and blend with this, but I just feel like it's harder to apply. Also, I'm using my left hand, but it's harder to apply, in my opinion, all over the lid with the little tiny guy. But I do love him for a little blend situation, okay? Look how fast we are rocking and rolling today. Let's do, since I'm doing mostly, oh, do you know what I didn't put on? It's sitting right here. Friends, it's my sunscreen. And I'm going to be out in the sun. Okay. Well, now I'm just annoyed with myself. Now I'm annoyed with myself because why use the good serums and work so hard to reduce brown spots and, do the whole anti-aging thing when one is not wearing sunscreen? And do I like to wear it? No, obviously not. But I was talking and I forgot to put it on. All right, we're gonna move on. Extensionist mascara, telescopic from L'Oreal. I'm gonna try this. What shade? This is like a dark brown. The reason I got dark brown, look at that. See? The reason I got dark brown is because when I went to get it, it was sold out everywhere, and I finally found it at Ulta, and they only had the brown. But I do like a brown. I don't know for sure, but based on the wand and the fact that it says telescopic, I'm going to assume that it is possibly a tubing mascara. Okay, so you will only see me making content in my daughter's room. Does that explain the ivy? You will only see me making content in here for just about another 2 weeks because my girl's coming home from college. The audacity to want to move back into her own room. Fine. So I put together, well, let me finish this and I'll show you. I bought on Amazon this little rolling cart and I put all my crap, most of my crap, I still got some crap, but all of it in there so that I can wheel it into my bedroom. I have a little desk set up in there. It's where I used to go live and make my stuff. It's a tiny little desk though. And the problem, and I did that during quarantine, I bought this desk. Do you know desks were sold out everywhere during quarantine because people were starting to work from home? Well, anyway, the problema is that directly behind me, when I'm sitting at that desk, is the hallway and the shower. There's no divider. When does Mr. Brown want to take a shower? The minute I hit the live button. And not because he, like, it's coinky dink. It's not like he's, like, hey, let me take a shower. No, it's not that. But, yeah. Most of my stuff these days, though, is recorded content. So I can always pause it, yell at him. We have another bathroom in this outfit, I could do that. And then come back to you. Because they let you pause it now, which is kind of cool. Okay. The only reason you don't hear Bella snoring is because she's downstairs and she doesn't realize I've come upstairs yet. So this is L'Oreal Extensionist. Yeah, this is definitely, I'll have to look it up, but I would bet money this is a tubing mascara. And the lashes are really long because this is great, but also because why? Lash serum, Swede or Grand Lash, both fantastic. Okay, so that's it because I already did my lippy. Yeah. Don't do stains. And I didn't tell you, this is this It Cosmetics Do It All. It's 92% serum foundation. This was the first one that I bought, and it's light neutral 210. And it was very, very yellow on me. Very yellow. But that was like peak winter, or like just fresh on the heels of winter. And so I went out and I bought the Cool, which is medium cool. Well, I started seeing some of my content that I made in the last couple weeks, and I was like, what's your problem? Like, I'm in front of a window here, but like if I would go into my bathroom, and I'm like, why do I feel like I need bronzer? I never feel like I need bronzer. It was my foundation. So a tip for mature skin, if you start to feel like this is fine, it's beautiful on me in the middle of winter, even in Southern California. Like, we weren't having a lot of sun, but I've been sitting out of baseball, and even with sunscreen, you get some color. So as I was getting more color, I needed to go back to the warmer tones. So mature skin, err on the side of a little bit warmer if you start to feel like, oh, I need more blush, or oh, I need more. Sometimes you need more blush. But if you just feel flat and dull and cadaver-ish, get a warmer tone for your skin. Yeah, and the only other thing that I used was my favorite Anastasia Beverly Hills Smooth Blur Contour in Shadow. Everything that I put on my skin is listed in my LTK. Download the app if you don't have it. I'll put the link below for you to be able to see all the products that I use. And it makes it really easy to just add to cart if you want anything. But LTK stands for like to know. If you'd like to know. And I post all of my content on LTK first, then I share it to the socials. So if you click to follow me on LTK, then everything is already going to be there. And you can even be notified whenever I post any new content. And then you'll have first access to whatever all of that is. So, and I post all kinds of content. It's not just makeup. It's just kind of mature life journey, semi-empty nester, a little more time on my hands when it's not baseball season. And now I'm learning Mahjong, and now I feel like I need all the tiles in every color. And it's a fun little psycho journey that I'm on. So join me. Join me, will you? All right. See you next time. Love you. Bye.